Hollywood films are sold on star power. That hard-to-define but instantly recognizable quality that holds an audience spellbound. Movie studios once put budding stars through finishing schools to polish their poise and personality before they appeared on screen. Today, one studio still grooms star performers, finely crafting and honing their images to ensure a winning performance. These fantasy characters are all creations of Stan Winston Studio. One of Hollywood's most sought-after effects artists, Stan Winston has won 4 Academy Awards.
Get away from her, you bitch!
For his work on Aliens, Terminator 2, and Jurassic Park. The superstar characters for these films and many others were produced in Stan's workshop by a team of gifted artists and technical wizards. Yet despite his success, Stan finds crafting designs for multi-million-dollar movies not all that different from his early youthful efforts to entertain.
I love playing with puppets. I would love to have that dummy sitting on my lap and create a character through that puppet. And interestingly, I'm still a part of creating characters through puppets. It's a little different because it's now the magic of film.
When Stan arrived in Hollywood in 1969, his self-taught makeup skills won him an apprenticeship at Walt Disney Studios. Stan's mentor at Disney was Robert Schiffer, who has overseen the studio's makeup department for 40 years.
Stan Winston was absolutely a genius. He would sit out there and come up with some wonderful ideas. He would do papier-mâché heads of Mickey Mouse and Goofy and do them so beautifully.
After completing his 6,000-hour apprenticeship, Stan created memorable character makeups for such acclaimed productions as The Wiz, Roots, and the Emmy Award-winning The Autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman. Stan's robot makeups for Heartbeats brought him an Oscar nomination in 1981. Instead of traditional foam latex masks, he used gelatin facial appliances which gave the characters a metallic sheen. Not long after, Stan got a call from director James Cameron, who was planning his own robot movie, The Terminator.
Jim had a piece of artwork, which is a painting that he had done of the endoskeleton. It was this metal robot skeletal figure, which is exactly what you ended up seeing on film.
Cameron's original plan was to film all the endoskeleton shots with a miniature puppet, using frame-by-frame stop-motion animation.
I loved the script, and I had said to Jim, it would be neat, I think, if we actually build the Terminator.
The full-size robotic Terminator used for most endoskeleton shots marked a turning point for Stan Winston Studio as it moved beyond the limitations of makeup effects and into the world of animatronic puppetry.
We use puppeteering because it's performance. The puppeteers are actors, bringing the character to life. So we use the technique, but we fool the audience by designing so that they don't look or move like puppets.
The endoskeleton puppet was built to match Arnold Schwarzenegger's massive frame and weighed more than 100 pounds. Each joint of the skeleton was crafted from epoxy, chrome-plated, and then reinforced with steel ribbing. The hands were cable-operated, while the head and eyes were radio-controlled. Following the huge success of Terminator, Cameron turned to Stan for an even more complex character on his next film, Aliens.
The Queen alien is a Jim Cameron design. She is based on the original H.R. Giger design from Alien, but she is the next generation.
Cameron had the unique idea of animating the Queen by suspending 2 puppeteers from a crane inside the monster's body. To test the concept, Stan's team built a mock-up Queen out of foam core, broomsticks, and trash bags.
Okay, pivot, drag the legs with it.
We shot this test and looked at it and went, it works, and we're going to do it. And most people don't realize when they watch aliens today, that queen alien coming out of that ship is really made up of a bunch of foam core and garbage bags.
Ultimately, of course, the 14-foot-tall alien queen was made of more sophisticated materials. Its inventive puppeteering resulting in a character whose every move radiates sheer menace.
Here! Here!
The Cameron-Winston collaboration realized perhaps its most powerful moments in Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Many startling shots of the liquid metal T-1000 character were computer-generated, or CG, created at George Lucas's Industrial Light and Magic. What is less known is that a surprising number of T-1000 shots were filmed live on set, using special suits and mechanical props built by Winston's team of artists and engineers.
The direction we took was that when the T-1000 was hurt or destroyed, when the image was created, we would create it. If something appears in that moment, we'll do it live. If it repairs, we'll do it CG.
Early in the movie, the liquid metal composition of the T-1000 is revealed when a swarm of bullets produces only temporary splashes in his uniform. To accomplish this effect, Stan's team devised a mechanical chrome-plated flower device that would spring open when triggered off camera.
Point. Check you later, baby.
These were rigged to a vest worn by actor Robert Patrick under a pre-cut uniform. Many illusions created on set required animatronic puppets or body parts, while other fantastic images were accomplished with trick suits worn by the actors.
One of my favorite shots is when the T-1000 is coming after Linda Hamilton near the end. She turns around, and Robert Patrick turns back and he looks at us, and we call this the donut head. That was all live. That was a puppet. That was an animatronic head. What the audience knows is there are certain technologies involved, but they are so now brilliantly achieved on film that when something is CG, you don't know it. And when something is animatronic, or robotic, or puppet, you don't know it. Action.
The smashing success of Terminator 2 firmly established Stan Winston Studio and set the stage for bigger and badder characters to come.